OF model turned murderer Courtney Clenny. Now, I feel like there's any chance like you get with an OF girl, she's gonna be like there's a chance she's gonna be slightly mentally unstable and try to kill you. I'm honestly not even surprised a scenario like this would happen, but like, hey, you know, I guess guys out there, just be careful, bro. And just be careful. You're gonna end up with the OnlyFans model. Hey, how many people? I know a lot of people here want to end up with the OnlyFans model, have a nice family, and your kids totally won't get bullied, right? I speak for everyone in the chat when I say that. You know, like everybody wants to, surely. But yeah, see this video.
The affluent daughter to Instagram influencer to OF performer to alleged murderer pipeline.
That's an insane pipeline.
This video is about a girl named Courtney Clenny, better known as Courtney Taylor on the internet, and who is currently facing second-degree murder charges after fatally stabbing her boyfriend, Christian Obumseli.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Off rip, bro. The relationship dynamic is already different. You got a black man, white woman relationship. I'm not saying it can't happen, but I'm saying like, you know what I'm saying? Like, relationship is different. It's a different gap.
Approximately 2 years ago. A lot of information has come out since this tragedy occurred. Hours of body cam footage, including events that happened between them prior to the stabbing. Body cam from the day and subsequent interrogations, articles, journals, witness accounts, news coverage, you name it. I've gone through quite a bit of it, and I'm going to try to summarize what went down and where we're headed, including a recent bombshell regarding Courtney's parents. Truthfully, it's not that crazy, but I gotta incentivize you to stay till the end. That's YouTube rules. So far, what we know in this case is that Courtney Clenny is accused of murdering her boyfriend, Christian Obumseli, on April 3rd, 2022. Charged with second-degree murder, she pleaded not guilty, claims she was acting in self-defense.
She defended herself with every...
Nah, bro, I'm not gonna lie. If it turns out she was capping and then she just like murked the dude, that's gonna set us back, bro. That's gonna set us back. And the crazy thing is, the police is... I mean, who are they gonna believe more? Who do y'all think they will believe more? The black boyfriend or her? It's about to set us back, bro.
Ounce of energy she had left.
The defense claims that Obumseli was the aggressor and that Courtney simply was defending herself. Simply maybe not the
Honestly, I don't even know. Maybe he actually did try to... I don't know the story, but I'm just saying, like, if this is one of those, I'm not even gonna be surprised, bro. I'm not even gonna be surprised.
Word to use there's nothing simple about abusive relationships. She argues that she did not intend to kill him. The stabbing was just an unfortunate accident. She even said in an official statement that she threw the knife from across the room and it just happened to fly into his...
Is she, bro? She acting like she a character in Naruto. She's just going, and it's landing directly in it. Like she has a shuriken or something. God damn, bro. Doesn't even make any sense. Dio Brando.
His heart, apparently.
Get the f*** out.
As the case has continued to build over the past couple years, things haven't really looked that good for her, as most of the media coming out are condemning her actions, with not a lot of media showing any sort of reciprocation in the abusiveness from Obumseli. She was denied bond and has stayed in jail as the trial has been ongoing, and recently it's resurfaced online with more media attention due to the situation surrounding Obumseli's laptops and the alleged unauthorized use by Clenny's parents.
There are warrants for you and your wife's arrest? What? I know.
So the night before...
So her parents know about the OF? How many OnlyFans models be telling about their OF and stuff? I thought that's something like you hide. Or like, it's just accepted. Most parents, don't they just like run away? How are you still there, bro?
The actual murder took place. There's another body cam video online of the Miami-Dade police responding to a disturbance at One Paraiso, which is like this Miami high-rise apartment where Clenny and Obumseli were both living.
Stepdad was a top owner.
or anything so you can let
Yo,
them
me
know
riding
that
with
you
the
live
Get
in
the Sub. I
apartment.
appreciate you. Thank you so much,
In my
man.
apartment.
So everything's in your apartment.
It's all under my name. I pay the whole rent. He has never paid a freaking dime of rent. And he somehow made like friends with everybody around here. I broke up with him. He has slept. My mom came out, okay? My mom came out to like help me break up with him and I just couldn't do it. He slept in my elevator room inside of a couch.
I mean, you couldn't do it. You couldn't break up, bro. You couldn't break up. At this point, you're the alpha male in the relationship. Just be like, get the f out or I'm calling the police. That's how I would be like. I don't care if she fine, she not fine. She honestly, she cool, bro. She cool. I mean, it's not my type.
I hope that there's like cameras. He slept inside of a couch in my elevator
Not
room.
fine. Not gonna lie, yeah.
I want a restraining order against Christian Obumseli. Because no, I'm serious. Can I do that? Okay, but how can I make myself first? because I know him and he would do it. How can I make myself hurt?
It's interesting to note that Obumseli is not present for this video at all.
Not anymore.
She tries to get the police to remove Obumseli from the room, claiming that he is trespassing, but officers say they cannot remove him because he has personal property in the apartment and he lives there. He moved in with Clenny and there's evidence that he's been living there with her for a while. Clenny tries to get a restraining order against Obumseli as he is still staying in the apartment after they had broken up, apparently. But what we come to find out...
See, that's the problem. Why are you letting him stay in the apartment when you guys broke up? I think that'd be some people's problems, bro. In a relationship, when they break up, they're just like, oh, we can stay friends or whatever. I'm not gonna lie, bro. After you break up, most relationships, it just doesn't work being friends. Or it's rare. You either end up folding again, or I don't know, bro. Doing something else, or just like making it worse.
Out is that there had been many breaks up, and the relationship itself was just an absolute fucking disaster.
Monday morning, 8 o'clock.
Explain to them what you need. And if they grant it to you or not, I tell them you have to see a judge at court. Those type of
damn, nosy ass. Y'all notice the dude in the back? Oh my god.
They grant it.
Yo, keep it pushing.
You have to see a judge at court. Those type of restraining orders are granted by a judge.
So what can
Nosy
I
as
do to
hell.
be safe now? For my 2 dogs at night, what can I do?
Okay, explain to me why you don't feel safe.
I'm not comfortable.
Explain to me why you don't feel safe.
What am I?
Why is it that you don't feel safe with him? Is he threatening you? Was there any type of physical violence to you?
Yes, that's not really like my concern. It's just that like
Physical violence isn't your concern? I feel like that should be the #1 concern in who you're with, you know, if you're getting hit or something. But maybe she built for it. I don't know. Maybe she built for it. Maybe she can take it.
stop. No stalking me. My mom was here for a week too, and she caught him in the little couch. Like I have like a couch in my elevator room, and it's like turned sideways. And he like was sleeping in there, and she went outside, and she was like, what's moving in there? And she pulled it, and she was like, oh, there's skin. And she goes,
you want this person to completely disappear from your life. At the same time, you have him in your apartment for 2 months with a ton of stuff in him.
But I know.
There's a process for this. You need
That's
the person needs to
understandable. As a woman.
gather their belongings. What is it saying? Does he want to leave?
Can I talk to you a second?
So she claims she doesn't feel safe with him, but after being asked by the officers to provide any evidence, she doesn't really have anything to support the claim. She kind of sloughs off the question of physical violence and then just talks about him being weird and stalkery, even though he had been living there for months, and mumbled something about him sleeping inside of a couch in the apartment, which seemed a little strange. Clearly,
how did somebody even sleep in your couch and you just don't catch it until later on? How did he even stay in the couch? How was he getting food? How was he getting water? How was he okay and living? That's the real question. How was he okay to be able to live?
this may have been a sign that things were starting to boil over in their relationship, as less than 24 hours there would be a 911 call from Courtney from her apartment that she had just stabbed Christian and he was bleeding to death.
Baby, I'm so sorry.
And praying for help. After that, the call drops.
We're going to get into the night of the crime and talk a little bit more about the 2 individuals involved in this case. Now, from all accounts, what we know about their relationship together is that it was very toxic and unhealthy to begin with. Courtney's father was a financial advisor. She grew up fairly well off. She was very physically active in her younger life, became a physical trainer, and blew up on Instagram, becoming a social media influencer with near 2 million followers.
Bro, I swear, nowadays, anybody just gets like millions of followers on IG. I swear, before, bro, before getting followers on IG, it used to be like crazy. It was like, whoa, you got a bunch of followers on Instagram. Like, wow. Nowadays, bro, anybody has that shit. Especially when it's like, bro, okay, it's gonna sound crazy, but I've seen like, it'll be an OF girl on Twitter. I'll just check the link tree. I'm not trying to do anything. I check the Instagram, bro, and it's like 5 million followers, bro. Like, these girls be having 5 million followers. It's the horny dudes, bro. It be the horny dudes.
Now, naturally, when you grow a huge Instagram following, posting a bunch of softcore stuff, well, you eventually just take off your clothes and do hardcore stuff on OF, and that's what she did, and she made a shitload of money. Some reports suggest she made over $3 million from OF before the night of the stabbing. Now, Christian Obumseli, on the other hand,
at that point, bro, just pay somebody to assassinate him. Why are you even doing it yourself? You could pay a hitman like probably $50K. And he'll just take care of him.
A self-proclaimed crypto trader. According to Obumseli's family, who called him Toby, He was raised with and by a very strong family with strong morals and strong values. He does not come from that, meaning he does not come from a background that would suggest he would ever be physically or verbally abusive to somebody. They called him a soft-spoken man. Now take that with a grain of salt, of course. Obviously, the family is going to say those things about him.
Yeah, that's facts. I'm a soft-spoken man, and y'all know I'm ruthless in these streets. So I understand it. I understand it, you feel me? Don't, like, just don't mess with me. You don't want to see my angry side.
But from all the footage that has come out and all of the news reports and the journal entries and the things that have surfaced since this case happened, there hasn't been a lot of evidence condemning Toby. It's mostly him just defending himself from physical abuse from Courtney. Videos like this that were pulled from surveillance cameras in the elevators from that same apartment complex only a month before the night of the stabbing that show Courtney being physically abusive to Christian. Apparently, the property manager was very aware of the tumultuous relationship between the two and was in the process of trying to gather evidence so he could evict them. He called their relationship tempestuous and combative, and that the security in the apartment building was intent on evicting them, had been documenting all of the loud arguments that happened between Clenny and Obumseli, and as well as the complaints their neighbors had made. So this was by no means some sort of secret. They were the people in that huge Miami high-rise that the entire building knew about.
If y'all are about to argue, bro, she making $3 million. You might as well have just gotten a house. You got $3 million, buy a fucking house, and then just argue all you want there, right? I mean, the outcome probably wouldn't have changed. She probably would have killed him anyways, but yeah.
Because of how abusive the relationship was. They had multiple breakups and get back togethers through their several years together. And since then, more video evidence and even some journal entries from Courtney in her notes app have been released during this trial and continue to shed a very bad light on her role in the abuse.
An angry Courtney Clenny is shown on this newly released cell phone video hurling hits and yelling harsh words against her then boyfriend, Christian Obumseli.
It sounds like alcohol abuse.
And the crazy thing is, he can't fight back because all you're gonna see in the media story is big black man, I don't know, punches white girl or something like that, and then it's over for him, bro. It's over for him.
Played a role in a lot of this. Certainly no surprise there. Obviously, alcohol exacerbates problematic personalities, and although it's no excuse, it's obviously worth mentioning. So after the 911 call you heard a bit of previously, obviously officers respond, and the scene of that night the stabbing occurred is absolutely chaotic. So as the police arrive, they find Obumseli on the floor, severely bleeding from what would turn out to be a fatal stab wound, being held by Courtney as she's rubbing his head, saying, "Baby, baby, please wake up." Clenny is covered in what I assume to be his blood at the time. And like I said, the scene is just chaotic. The apartment is a mess, like just shit everywhere, kind of an indication maybe to what was going on inside of their soul, quite frankly, and their relationship. The dogs are barking. There's tons of first responders everywhere. At one point, one of the responding officers cuffs Obumseli while he's lying on the floor bleeding out. For some reason,
Ranger, get back.
Bro, the thing is, like, where did she stab him at, though? He's just like, he's not even responded. Was it like at the heart or something? Did she stake him?
Get back.
No. Listen to me, bro. You're good. Stay there.
Get back, Ranger.
Stay there, boss.
Pon solo adelante.
I don't really understand the logic behind that. I know these guys are going in totally blind and have no idea what happened or, you know, whether he could be a threat, right? So their first duty is to protect themselves before they help others. So I'm sure that was part of it. Man, that, I don't know, something is so poignant about that $100, that huge $100 bill with Benjamin on there. It's kind of like this pop art piece over top of.
Hope he's okay. The title is OF model turned murderer, so he's definitely not okay. Rest in peace to bro. If he didn't do anything wrong. Okay, if he did, then yeah, you know, it's unfortunate.
This scene, to me, I don't know why that just gave me the chills. It's just like the almighty dollar when money and power is your god. You know what I mean? It's oftentimes you see the rotten souls of the people that make money their god. This is just me being old and boomery, but this is just off the cuff. I just had this thought. I like money, but something about that fucking picture right there is just very haunting to me.
Okay, so you guys started arguing, then what happened?
Threw me against the wall, choked me, and you're looking like this. He's never like choked me to where like it's like crazy stuff. But like, I mean, I couldn't breathe. Okay. Then he put me on the.
She doesn't seem like as scared as she should be for like killing her man. Like she's kind of just like normal, not in distress or anything.
You against the wall?
Then he put me on the ground, choked me. That's happened 2 other times.
Did he tell you anything?
Tell me
she's like that kind of face, like where I was really scared and I was trying to get him off of me and he wouldn't get off. Then he gets off, then I called my mom.
Okay.
And then I was like, I went into the other room and I was talking to her and I was like crying and saying like something has happened, like I don't know what's going on with Christian. And I was just like crying, whatever. And then like I went to the kitchen and he started like charging at me. And I said like, I'm gonna like throw this at you. And he goes, do it. And then he charged me and threw, but he was far away and I never in a million years like I'm
he threw
scared.
a statue at you?
No, it was the knife. I said, like, I was just holding it to be like, please don't come anywhere near me.
So she claims that he pinned and choked her and she stepped away and called her mother. And then when she came back and saw Obumseli begin...
Story legit makes no sense. No, I'm really focused trying to figure out what she was saying. I'm just like, I'm trying to figure this out, bro. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to
approach her, she pulled a knife and told him to stay back. And when he continued moving forward, she threw the knife, which happened to hit him dead in the heart, apparently.
Bullshit.
Eventually, once the scene stabilizes, he gets taken to the hospital where he succumbs to his wounds. Me personally, I do wonder if there was a chance he could have survived if they were able to maybe stabilize him quicker. I can't speculate that there was any sort of malfeasance or that there's a chance he would have stayed alive if something was done differently. Should have never happened in the first place, obviously.
For me, the Christian did not make it. Okay. Unfortunately, the doctors did what they could. And
Christian is dead.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's when she...
And scene. I know that's exactly how she was feeling like, bro. I know that's exactly how she was feeling like after that performance.
He knew she fucked up. Now, this little timestamp chart is interesting because...
Or maybe she actually didn't suspect he was going to die. I mean, I don't know where she must have stabbed him in the heart or something like that. Because that was not no normal stab wound.
As the investigators believe the stabbing must have taken place between 4:43 when she first called her mom and 4:57 when she called 911. And if you look at the timestamps on these calls, unless she threw the knife while on the phone with her mom and then immediately...
Why did she call her mom first, though? She could have I mean, she would have got less time, right? Like, she would have got... She went to jail. She called 911 first, and he survived, right? But, like, she would have got less time compared to what she's about to get.
Immediately called 911, which is unlikely. That means Obumseli was lying there bleeding for several minutes before Clenny attempted to call for help, like she called her mother first, freaking out after having done it. Again, this is just speculation. Either way, that doesn't bode well for her case.
Shut up and let me slap you, dumb. You're not gonna slap me. Give me my phone.
You have your phone.
You literally talked to her without telling me.
Courtney, I was on a bike ride and she passed me and I said hi. You and Courtney are having
See, bro, at this point, if y'all are arguing like this, y'all should not be in a relationship. She's screaming at the top of her lungs, bro. Do y'all hear this? Do y'all hear this? Yo, this is what you scream at somebody before you fight them. What the hell?
A live chat. My bad, I forgot to tell you that.
I was on a bike ride and she passed me and I said hi. You and Courtney are having a live chat. My bad, I forgot to tell you that. That doesn't make
you to act and call me a
What you call him? See, at that point, bro, look, I'm with any white woman you call me hard R. You won't have to get out the door, bro. You gonna that is the last time we were talking. I promise you that. I promise you that, bro. That's the last time we're together.
Yes, thank you. Coming from Courtney. Thank you.
Apparently, she was calling him the N-word too. That's.
I want you to get away from me.
Decide whether or not you're done, Kathleen.
I am mad that you told me to come.
Decide right now.
Courtney, that's a word. I asked you so many times that I don't know, and I apologize. But you hit me.
Shut the up.
So in the past 2 years, a lot of people since this murder took place, alleged.
Everybody wants a crazy girl until she around and just stabs you in the heart, man.
Yes, I'll say murder. A lot of stuff has come out. Obviously, they've gained access to phones, laptops, and some of the clips we just saw there were clips that Christian Obumseli recorded on his own accord because clearly he was going through it. Now, of everything I've seen and looking through some of this case, like I said earlier, there's just not a lot of evidence of him acting aggressively or abusively. It all seems to be coming from her. Certainly, if he's the one recording, he's obviously not going to recording himself doing that. But if he was acting a certain way, I would imagine she would have gotten footage as well, but there just doesn't seem to be any. Apparently, Courtney used the Notes app on her iPhone as sort of a journal to
if I was him, bro, at that point, I'm like recording every single argument we have because the relationship's already like basically done for. They shouldn't even be together, bro. If they're arguing like that, I'd have to record every conversation no matter what.
Make entries. And just a day before the stabbing, she wrote something along the lines of, he gave me a bunch of kisses and said good morning and I love you, baby, a few times. But exactly 2 months prior to that, another note reads, but now I'm just fucking abusive. Why is that? I'm turning into an ugly person and so is he. Maybe it's because of me or maybe I'm finally seeing his true colors. He always said he had anger issues, but I don't think that really matters because there was a good reason. Stop putting your hands on him out of anger. It releases tension, but has long-lasting effects on his self-esteem, looking in the mirror, and is not acceptable in any relationship in general. She writes to herself. Finally, she writes, he hates me for hitting him, thinks my alcohol abuse is pathetic, and I don't have as many friends.
Wow, so this is just self-admitting. She's just wow. See, this is why I could never have a diary, bro. If I had a diary, I'd definitely just write some heinous shit about myself. And then if they find it, bro, they're just going to use it as evidence in the court.
Friends as he does. Now, since this happened 2 years ago, even though the case is ongoing, this had fallen out of the news cycle as these things take time because of due process. But recently, it popped back up in the news again because of Courtney's parents. A headline reads,
Tommy, would you be
parents
in
of
this
OnlyFans model arrested and accused of evidence tampering in her boyfriend's murder. They got booked in the county jail and are charged each with unauthorized access to a computer, which is a third-degree felony in Florida, according to the arrest warrant. The body cam footage of her parents getting arrested popped up in my feed, which is actually what turned me onto this whole case in the first place. It's 37 minutes long. It has 3.1 million views.
See, look, I definitely would love my kids, care about my kids, but, bro, I'm not going to jail for your actions. Dad, bro. You do some dumb shit, bro, you paying the consequences. I would have taught you at that point how to not do that. I mean, how many parents have to teach not to murder somebody? It's not really that hard. You get to that point, I'm like, oh yeah, you're dumb as bro. Go ahead and accept the consequences of your actions.
Now, after just a month or two, and we're not going to watch the whole thing, but it's kind of funny, and I'll tell you why.
You don't have a weapon on you, do you? I know you got your CHL, so. Oh, yeah. Okay. No weapon on you? No, it's okay.
This thing? Ben Wright, I'm with the Travis County Sheriff's Office. We have a couple of detectives that are up the road. They want to come down here and talk to you and your wife. Is your wife home today? Yes. Okay, not a problem.
Honestly, looking at the neighborhood they live in, the parents was probably like, damn, like we making too much money from this girl now. We got to help her, bro. We got to help her.
And then they'll kind of explain a little bit about what's going on. I mean, obviously, I think it's related to your daughter's case in Florida.
So the next 37 minutes are what is probably the politest and most courteous exchange on body cam ever captured.
There are warrants for you and your wife's arrest. What? I know. I'm going to let them explain that to you real quick, and so we can kind of get behind all that. And then we're going to try to make this as easy on you as possible, right? I mean, well.
And they do. Listen. Her parents cooperated, did everything they were asked. The officers, there's detectives there. There's multiple units there, and everything just went very swimmingly. The parents, obviously, they acted surprised, but probably, maybe knew. I don't know. There's a lot of speculation over the laptop. You know, the defense is saying that it was Courtney's laptop or it was a shared laptop, so they were allowed to have access to it, while the prosecutors are saying that it was Obumseli's laptop.
How would you even risk that, though? Just get a new laptop. There was no point in risking that at all.
And there is actually evidence of a group chat that was pulled from the cloud of her father's group chat with the attorneys as they had the laptop on like brainstorming ways to try and like hack into the computer or figure out what the pin was because it was locked via pin. So there's definitely some condemning evidence against this idea that it was a shared computer.
We'll let you help out in any way possible. This is a deal out of Miami, not us.
Maybe can I, if I gave you Morgan's phone number, would you call her? Okay.
Yeah, you want to write her phone number down and I'll give it to him?
All right.
Take a deep breath. It's okay.
Take a deep breath, sweetheart. It's okay. Like, what the fuck?
Damn. Mom and Dad's is not built for jail, bro. It's over from.
Only watching right now. This cop offering better service than a 5-star hotel for real lettuce, mayonnaise, and onions. I'm surprised the cop didn't offer to walk the man's dogs, for fuck's sakes. Seeing more aggressive behavior from police for jaywalking.
He didn't have...
No, jaywalking is crazy, bro. The fact that you can still get arrested for that shit is... I always think of like, bro, it's just sad.
Number, he didn't really have a real solution for that. What do you think? If I give you their office number? Okay, so if I Google that, we should be able to get there. Give me 1 second, I'm old. You don't have any problems with your shoulder? Get to Google.
Yes, I do.
I
go to the chiropractor every week for it.
Okay, so let me write this number down and we'll put it in your pocket. Isn't that with you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we got it.
What?
Mandatory pat down. And the cuffing stuff.
Man, it's hit the goosh at least 3 times. I saw that.
Alrighty. Alright. Standard operating procedure here.
People now.
Any other country you're fine?
Some type of arm twisting is what I'm convinced.
This is claustrophobic.
Is there any way I can grab you?
No, but it's too tight. It's too tight.
Most uneventful body cam of all time, but one of the higher viewed ones. It's too tight.
It's too tight.
Now, allegedly, Kim Clenny, which is her father's name, went back into the apartment after the fatal knife wound or stabbing occurred. He grabbed Obumseli's laptop and then handed it over to Courtney Clenny's legal team. Now, the prosecutors, as I said, alleged that the Clennys knowingly accessed evidence related to the case against their daughter. Now, this was discovered through...
What if they didn't actually know that, though? Do they still get charged for it? Like, accidental.
Through a group chat among the Clennys and Courtney's attorneys, which was accessed via warrants to their iCloud accounts. Kim writes, "We'll be sending the laptop pin ideas so we can try them before you see her again." Several days later, he asked the group chat again for any password suggestions. Allegedly, after many attempts and almost a week of brainstorming, they had a success, and Kim Clenny texted the group, "Hell yeah, that pin worked." The attorney then cautioned him against going through the computer's contents. So it seems rather obvious that it wasn't a shared laptop. It was clearly Obumseli's, and he snagged it and broke into it to access the content on his laptop. I'm certain to try and find something that would help in his daughter's case, which clearly is illegal, which is why...
Okay, yeah, no, never mind. He's a dumbass then. Why even do this, bro? I don't understand, bro. Like, what does it do? Are y'all doing this, bro? Y'all helping your kids in, like, a crime? Like, let's say they did some dumb shit. Y'all about to help them at the risk of going to jail, bro? F that, bro. Fuck that. Look, if I didn't go to jail, bro, I didn't go to jail. I taught you better, and you up. That is your fault, bro. Deal with the consequences. No, hell no. Like, after a certain point, bro, you gotta stop parenting. I think that'd be the problem with some parents. Some parents just don't know when to stop parenting, and they just do it until their kids are, like, fully grown.
They were arrested. So, you know, after seeing that group text and his intention behind it, it feels like he knew what he was doing, right? He knew he was crossing a line, and now he's paying the price. They're being accused of tampering with evidence and obstruction of justice, and originally this was brought as its own separate case, but as it was discovered that Courtney was also involved, it's been condensed into one case, so all three, Courtney, Kim, and Deborah, the old family case, are all co-defendants regarding this particular computer issue. That case will discuss whether there's reason to believe it was a shared device by Courtney, but if she doesn't even know the password to the computer, it seems like it may be difficult to prove that. The defense is arguing that Courtney knew the passwords and willingly gave them to the police, suggesting authorized access. However, the back and forth we saw in the group chat is a little sketchy there. Like, it's possible maybe she just isn't good at keeping track and passwords, or she knew like a couple of ones that he used, so she was giving them all these ideas. But you don't have shared access to a computer and not know the password to it, right? I mean, if we're being honest here.
Yeah, no, that's facts, bro. I mean, I got a badass memory. Shit, I might slip up, actually, now that I think of it. No, that sounds dumb, though.
Like, if you're both using that as your computer, that was his laptop that maybe you've been on a few times, that he's probably told the password to you once or twice, but it's not looking good. For the parents, at least. So where does that leave us? Well, it seems to me like she has an uphill battle to fight once this trial goes underway. And this guy actually summarizes it quite nicely, I think.
She's claiming self-defense. We've watched videos and recordings that have become public documents and public recordings that have been part of hearings, pretrial hearings in this case. And I haven't yet seen or heard one where he's the aggressor.
That is true. You didn't hear any audio of him like punching her, slapping her, video, nothing.
I think for them to have any chance here, they need to produce some evidence on video, on audio somehow, where he is the one going after her. Because every time I see these things, she's going after him.
I tend to agree with that particular line of thinking, and I'll be curious to see how this case...
They about to AI it, bro. They got to figure out something. They're about to AI it. Oof. If I was a lawyer, bro, I'd be devious as f. I just AI the evidence. Nah. Let me stop.
Unfolds. I would also love to know what you guys think about this case if you're familiar with it.
5-minute AI
and I appreciate you for being here and taking the time.
Thank you, bro. That was a good video. So, yeah, look. I think the lesson of this is don't become a murderer, right? Lesson is don't become a murderer. If you're going to get with the OF model, be in a relationship, just know there's about a 90% chance they're going to be mentally unstable somewhere. You feel me? They're going to be mentally unstable somewhere. And, yeah, if you're watching on the tube, join the Discord and watch the streams.